Hey everyone! Today we're talking about the United Arab Emirates, or UAE. You might know them for their amazing cities and oil, but they're quickly becoming a big deal around the world. They're especially interested in East Africa. See, the UAE is thinking about the future and wants to make sure it's in a good position as things change globally. East Africa is important because it's located on major trade routes and has a lot of economic potential. The UAE sees this as a chance to become more influential, protect its own interests, and counterbalance other powerful countries in the area. In this video, we'll explore how the UAE is working in East Africa. Looking at its businesses, diplomacy, and military actions, it's a fascinating mix of ambition, strategy, and political goals. The UAE knows that in today's world, having access to trade routes, resources, and markets is super important. And East Africa, with its long coastlines on the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, is in a really strategic spot. The UAE is serious about working with East Africa, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're investing heavily in things like infrastructure, agriculture, and logistics, aiming to create partnerships that benefit everyone. One of the biggest things they're doing is investing in ports. A Dubai-based company called DP World is managing ports in Djibouti, Somalia, and Mozambique. This not only helps with trade but also puts the UAE in a key position for global shipping. And it's not just ports. The UAE is also investing in farmland and infrastructure in countries like Sudan and Ethiopia to improve food security, both for themselves and their partners. But they're not stopping there. They're also getting involved in mining projects all over East Africa, especially in Zambia's copper mines. This shows that they're thinking long-term and want to be involved in different parts of the economy. Besides business, the UAE is also stepping up its diplomatic and security game in East Africa. They're opening new embassies and working closely with governments and regional groups to build strong relationships and promote stability. But they're not just talking, they're also increasing their military presence. They're setting up bases in Eritrea and Somaliland, training local forces and even taking part in missions against terrorism. This shows they're serious about protecting their interests, countering groups like Iran, and keeping the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden safe. However, some people are worried about the UAE's military involvement. They argue that supporting certain sides in conflicts like in Yemen could make things worse. This just goes to show how tricky things are in the region and how tough it is for the UAE to balance its goals with keeping everyone happy. The UAE's involvement in East Africa comes with both opportunities and challenges. Their investments and partnerships can really help the region's economy, create jobs, and improve lives. But some people are worried that the UAE is acting like a colonial power, and that its actions might cause more tension. For the UAE to be successful in the long run, they need to be careful, build trust with local communities, and show that everyone benefits from their involvement. Finding the right balance between pursuing their own goals and helping East Africa develop peacefully will be key. The UAE's work in East Africa shows how ambitious they are and how important they believe the region is. But as they become more involved, they need to be cautious, understanding, and committed to working together so they're seen as a positive force in East Africa's future.